Hello. Today I'd love to talk to you about one of the main missing activities that I see with client after client after client. And I fully understand the challenge with this one because I also resist it in my own business. So I fully get it and I have to force myself. I have to, whenever I'm deep diving into why things might not be working, it's always that I haven't done this particular thing for a number of months. And it's not, a groundbreaking, amazing thing. It's just the market research. So if you've already glazed over, try to come back, try to stick with me, because this is the one thing that's going to help you with writing your content, getting your wording right, writing your ads, writing your sales page, creating your next offer or product. It's the thing that really underpins absolutely everything else in your business. So if you're relatively new to business, or you've quickly up-paced and you've done something in the past that was a bit successful and now you're kind of ready to move forward and go deeper, it's a great time. Don't feel bad that you haven't done it yet, and that I'm mentioning it. Just do it. And what that requires is you'll need to put a little bit of time in your calendar over the next few weeks to get it to happen. So the first thing you can do, and also if you have been in business for a while and you want to shift things up, so you're ready to either generate more revenue, reach more people, or you need to reinvigorate sales because things have slowed down, then it's a great time. It just sort of doesn't matter where you are. Unless you literally just did market research last week, it's the right time for you to do market research. This is the method that was taught to me by my business mentor, and he probably has a bunch of blogs about it. His name's George Cow. I'm part of his mastermind this year, and it's been great, and I've resisted market research. It's painful for me. My things that come up are I feel bad about asking people to give up time for me. And even when they've said yes to the market research interview, I still feel like I'm imposing on them. So that's my challenge. There's a part of me that feels like, I already know it's not valuable. But every time I do my market research, I get new wording, new clarity, and a lot of affirmation, like I really am on track. The marketing products really are what people need. Courses really are a good idea. I just get so much confirmation that I'm on the right track. So perhaps you could decide, I want to do 2 a month. That's a great goal. And the first step would be that you can share a post either on your business page or your personal profile, just trying to clarify your avatar. So my person is this old, if you want to include the age. This is they're in a job currently, but their kids have left home, but they feel like there's something more. They've got all these gifts and talents and they want to find a way to share that with the world. And then just ask your audience, do you know people like this, or is this you? Don't tell me who it is, but can you just comment below if you think that this is I've described someone real and that this predicament seems real. So if you hopefully you'll get some positive responses to your description. If not, then you'll need to tweak it and try again. And then you can approach those people and just say, look, is it okay if it was you, are you open to just chatting with me for 15 minutes? I've got a few questions I want to ask you. And if it's someone else, do you think that you could put us in touch? Do you think that person would be open to talking to me? It's just for market research. I'm not selling anything. I'm just trying to get to know my people, and then get them to ask the person first if they'll put you in touch. And then, often it's people themselves, and they're often really happy to help you. I have a spreadsheet that I love to use, so I'll link to that. It's in the blog, but if you may be watching this on YouTube or Facebook or somewhere else, so I'll link to the spreadsheet that I use to collect my data interviews. And when I do an interview, I can really just smash it out in 15 minutes. And I just hardly even look at the person on Zoom, or you could do it on the phone. And I am just typing as fast as I can their answers to those specific questions. If those questions that I've shared with you don't make sense, ask me to clarify, or to help, hit me up with questions about how to explain that better, but for me it was pretty self-explanatory. Those are some questions that George recommended. I've also got some questions that Tash Corbin recommended, but ultimately I think George's are more targeted because they help you to see, like, you can go and stalk your competitors or the other people in your industry and see what their marketing looks like. You can overcome the hurdles and mistakes that those people are making, and you can also use information to help with your Facebook ads targeting if you're doing Facebook ads. So I find those interviews so helpful, and you're going to get so much helpful data out of that. And it's important that when you're doing the interview that you just capture those people's exact words. Don't let it go through your diagnostic filter and they say, oh, it's 5 o'clock and the kids are insane and I'm yelling and I'm feeling really tired. Don't write, they are overwhelmed. You need to write the exact scenario, and it's going to help you write sales pages, write social media copy, and also to craft your offers. It's going to help you to develop online courses, but do make sure you ask people, do you like video? Do you like workbooks? Do you prefer audio? So find out what kind of media people use to learn. My people all say, I'm self-paced, I just need the course modules there and maybe a Q&A. So that's how I'm running mine. But that's not necessarily the right model for yours and for your audience. You need to ask them the questions like, if you're doing retreats, is an online retreat okay? Or do you especially value in-person retreats? Would you want workbooks or do you not really use them? All those kinds of questions. So if you have watched this far, I think you are ready to take the step. The final step really is to put it in your calendar. So you've got to put it in your calendar to make that first post. Then a week later, you're going to go back and comment thank you to all the people who commented on that thread, and also reach out to, say, because you probably got 10 people, just reach out to 2 people. And then the following week, you're hopefully going to have an interview with one of those people, and maybe the following week another interview, then the week after. So if you put half an hour a week away for this market research project, within a couple of months you're going to have absolute clarity around your audience and what they want, what your new products should be, and what kind of language to use in your marketing content. And for me, that's like priceless. The other thing I do in my interview is perhaps it takes 15 minutes max to answer those questions, and then if the person has time, I usually just answer a few customized questions for them in the last 15 minutes and just give them a few tips. You don't have to do that, but I do enjoy doing that. I hope that was helpful and I would love to hear what you think. Have you got these in your diary? Are you making this very important action in your business? Mwah. See you soon.